Asuka, the energetic and strong mother. Yamato, the younger brother who's always in his own little world. Follow us as we karate kick all your daily frustrations away. Asuka's Revenge.
My name is Fubuki. I'm a fresh-faced junior high school boy who just started junior high this year. I'm a little more cool and calm than other people, and I'm a little above the boys in my class who have entered the throes of puberty and still have a bit of silliness left in them. I'm definitely not a second-year junior high student with a mental illness.
Fubuki! We're going to the art room next. I'm leaving you guys.
Oh, I'm coming.
What's wrong?
That guy. I wonder if he knows that we're going to art class next.
Yuta? He's always saying annoying things when I talk to him.
Hey, Yuta! We're going to art class next, right?
I knew that. See? He's annoying, saying things like that all the time.
I'm not really on good terms with him either, but I guess it's okay to say hello to him. The main reason is that I didn't really want to see them, but I do feel like I'm the kind of person who would talk to a loner. But
Be careful with the sculpting knives. They're dangerous.
I don't really have the time to do sculpting now that I'm a middle schooler.
Hey, you! If you keep playing around, you'll cut your hand, really.
Yeah.
this guy, Yuta, who's been a bit of an outsider in the class. He's from the same elementary school, but to be honest, I don't really like him. He's just a bit twisted. Oh, no! I've cut something I wasn't supposed to cut!
What are you doing, Fubuki? This is so funny! It doesn't affect your report card, does it? You only need to attend class. You're not serious, are you?
No, if you don't do the assignment, it'll affect your report card. Besides, art is pretty interesting.
What? Kids these days. We're already in junior high school, you know? You have to be able to tell the difference between the classes that are relevant to your future studies and the ones that aren't, and choose the ones you want to concentrate on. Do you know about time performance?
He was stupid even when he was in elementary school, but I thought he was really stupid this time. Anyway, Yuta has always been.
Wow, that sticker is so cute. My sister gave it to me.
It's so tacky. It's probably from a 100-yen store.
Ew.
We're going to Universal Studio Japan during the summer holidays.
Really? That's great!
I have a holiday home in Osaka, so I go to USJ all the time.
If he sees a girl getting excited, he goes over to say something sarcastic. And if he sees a boy, he tells a lie. He's the kind of person who is not liked as a friend. Or rather, he's the kind of person who is disliked. Even if not as much as the girls, there are groups of boys who are close friends, but he is kept at a distance by all of them. That was Yuta.
I really don't get along with Yuta.
Me either. I wonder what's wrong with him. Why does he always say stupid things? Even when I was in elementary school, I was never in the same group as him. We weren't particularly close, but now that we're in junior high, the thought process of being left out is so childish started working.
Just make a group of 4. It's the 3 of us, but what about the other person?
Anyone who's left over. Hey, Yuta! If you're left over, why don't you join us? Hey, Fubuki! Oh, are you serious? Well, it's fine.
I don't mind joining, but you guys aren't going to hold me back, are you?
In this way, I spent 3 years in the same class as Yuta, and although we were in different groups, I still talked to him from time to time. I went to a different high school to Yuta, though.
What are you doing? I got a girlfriend in high school, but I'm having trouble because a girl in my class confessed to me.
Huh, that's great. Even after graduating, I sometimes got contacted. He says rather unimportant things, and I don't really care about them either. So I just reply to him randomly, but even so, he contacts me about once a month and I reply. By the time I got to university,
I'd passed the entrance exam, but it wasn't that great. I chose W University.
I see. Congratulations. I got that message, but actually, I'd also gone on to W University too. It's a big university, and the location of the school buildings differ depends on the faculty, so I didn't really pay attention to it.
W University's science and engineering departments are full of smart people.
Huh. I'm actually in the science and technology department too. But in the end, I graduated without ever seeing Yuta's face or hearing his name at university. After I got a job, the frequency of Yuta's messages decreased a little, but
I joined a top-class advertising agency, but everyone around me is stupid.
I see.
I date 8 girls from Minato Ward at a party.
That's good. As usual, I can't tell whether he's lying or telling the truth. I keep getting messages like the male version of sweets. So, I just ignored them as usual and let a few years pass. As for me, I'm leading a normal, steady life. Mika, will you marry me? After dating for about 3 years, I proposed to Mika, a woman I met through my boss's introduction.
Yes, I'd be delighted.
I got a positive response, and I took another step forward in my smooth-running life. And so...
Oh, I'm so nervous about meeting your parents.
My dad and mom are just ordinary middle-aged people, so he'll be fine. One weekend after the proposal, I was going to take Mika to my parents' house to report our marriage and say hello, but as I was parking the car nearby and heading for the house...
Oh, it's Fubuki!
Huh? I was called over and turned around, and a guy who looked familiar, about the same age, came up to me with a grin on his face. I was trying to think who it was when...
Is that your girlfriend? Seriously? You had a girlfriend?
Could it be? Yuta?
Could it be? You're still as stupid as ever. Forgetting the face of your childhood friend after only not seeing each other for a few years. It's so funny.
He's a guy who says nothing but unpleasant things. I've never thought of him as a childhood friend. He's Yuta, a classmate from elementary and middle school.
But she's super cute for Fubuki's girlfriend. Oh, nice to meet you. My name's Yuta. I'm Fubuki's childhood friend.
What? Nice to meet you.
What's your name? If you like, let's exchange contact details.
Hey, don't be ridiculous. Don't just ask someone else's fiance's contact details. Huh? While thinking he was still an annoying guy, I stepped in to protect Mika, but my phone in my pocket rang, and when I looked at it, it said, "Boss." Oh, sorry, Mika. I have to take this work call.
Oh, okay.
Yuta, don't mess with Mika, okay?
Yes. Ugh, you're still a whiny guy, aren't you?
The call from the boss was about a small problem, but I needed to contact the client immediately, so in the end, I ended up leaving Mika's side for quite a while. Sorry about that. Let's go.
Okay.
See you later, Mika. Let's go out for drinks again soon, Fubuki.
Come to think of it, I've never had a drink with Yuta before, but I nodded my head in agreement and quickly left the place. Sorry, Mika. Are you okay?
What? Yeah, were you and Yuta close?
No, not at all. Well, maybe. We went to the same elementary and junior high schools because our parents lived close by. We happened to be in the same class for the last 3 years of junior high, but after we graduated, we only kept in touch through line from time to time, so... I wasn't particularly close to him, or rather, I don't think there was anyone else that Yuta could call a friend, as far as I know, because he has a bad personality. I was going to say something like that, but then I thought that would be kind of lame to talk bad of an ex-classmate, so I shut up. Well, you can forget about him. We're not close enough to invite him to the wedding, and I don't think we'll see him again from now on.
Is that so? I see.
After that, we went to my parents' house and completed the greetings and reports as planned. The following week, we visited Mika's parents' house and began preparations for the wedding. However, the time passed in a flurry as we chose rings and searched for a venue, and then one day, with the wedding just 3 months away.
I'm sorry to say this, but let's break up.
What? After the meeting had settled down, I thought we could finally have a date, but then I heard a shocking line, and my eyes went wide. Sorry, I don't understand what you mean.
I fell in love with someone else, so I can't marry you.
What? No! Wait a second.
Sorry to keep you waiting, Mika.
Ah, Yuta!
Huh? As I'm unable to swallow Mika's words, Yuta appears for some reason and sits next to Mika.
Sorry, Fubuki. Mika says she prefers me.
I think Yuta is better, or rather, Yuta is nice. I found true love.
What? The two of them looked at me with a grin as I let out a strange voice.
Sorry for getting in the way of your marriage, but it's for Mika's sake. Sorry, I've revealed all your true colors.
My true colors?
To be honest, I was shocked because I didn't think that Fubuki was such a terrible person, but Yuta wasn't angry at all, and he said he would forgive Fubuki. I thought he had a different caliber as a man.
What are you talking about? I asked, not understanding the meaning of the words, but the two of them looked at each other and grinned again.
Well, anyway, Mika's mine now.
Sorry.
They left the shop, crossing each other's arms. I was stunned for a while in the store that I had been left behind, but then I came to my senses and contacted my boss, the person who had introduced me to Mika, and who had also been asked to be my matchmaker at the ceremony. What? Is that true? I can't believe it either. It feels like I'm having a nightmare, but it seems like Mika clearly rejected me. I'll do some research, so give me some time. The boss was also very troubled, but... Yes, but to be honest, I don't think I can marry Mika anymore. I hung up the phone after clearly expressing my own intentions. After 3 years of dating, we got engaged, and we're finally on the verge of getting married. I know it might be callous of me to say this to a woman I've been with for so long, but the way Mika was smiling at me in the cafe was exactly the same as the way Yuta was smiling next to her, and it made me lose interest in her in an instant. That night, I received a call from the boss. Fubuki, I'm sorry. Please cancel the marriage plans. The boss, who spoke to me in a very dejected voice, apparently went all the way to Mika's parents' house. Mika apparently came straight home after hearing the news from her parents, who were surprised to hear the news.
I'm sorry, but I can't marry a man as low as Fubuki.
Fubuki is the lowest man? What do you mean?
I heard it. From elementary school to junior high school, Fubuki kept harassing one boy, but that person was a really kind and fun person. And even though he was made to do all sorts of things, he didn't hold a grudge against Fubuki-kun. He's a really kind person.
Harassment? I can't imagine that Fubuki would do something like that. Shouldn't you two talk properly again?
It's impossible. I've become physically unable to do it. Besides, I've found true love.
We've already booked the wedding hall, and we've sent out the invitations. The rings we ordered were due to be delivered next week. According to the boss, if we called off the engagement at this point, we would have to pay for everything, but Mika said something like, he said he'd pay for it, so it's fine. And we officially called off the engagement, and decided to get an expert to calculate the full cost of the engagement and bill Mika for it. From my point of view, I'm glad I didn't have to marry that woman. Phew. However, the fact that the woman I was engaged to made a new man and caused the boss to lose face, and he was furious. Of course, Yuta, who is in the position of being the other man, was also asked to pay compensation. I was busy with work, so I just left everything to the lawyer the boss introduced me to. But 3 months passed, and I happened to look at the calendar. Oh, today was the scheduled date for the wedding ceremony. A few days later, after I had thought about it with a heavy heart, everything was settled. And I was shocked when I suddenly received an 8-figure sum of money in my account as compensation for damages.
I think the money was transferred today. Please, check again.
Oh, I've already checked. I was so surprised.
It was marvelous after all. Speaking of which, I received a letter from both of them to Fubuki. Both of them were of no good content. But should I give them to you?
No. Can you just give me a summary of the contents?
Okay,
According to the lawyer, it seemed that Mika wrote a poem saying, "I was just being deceived. True love was right beside me." And Yuta wrote a letter saying, "I was just getting back at you for all the things you did to me."
Yuta is currently working as a temporary employee, but he told Mika that he was running for a company, which was a lie. Also, he said that he was harassed by Fubuki since elementary school, and he was taking revenge. But in court, it was proven that this was not the case. It's scary how memories can be altered.
Yes, that's right. I heard later that Yuta attended the class reunion I had been unable to attend due to my overseas business trip, and there.
It's a shame Fubuki couldn't come. Well, but if it's an overseas business trip, there's no choice, is there?
It's the road to success, right?
Well, he's always been a capable guy. What? Are you kidding me? He's the kind of guy who only did insidious harassment of me throughout elementary and middle school. What? No, Fubuki was always really supportive of you. What? I don't remember him supporting me at all.
Are you sure your memory circuits are okay? Apparently, this is what happened. A little while after the deal was done, I had to go to my parents' house, and when I looked, I saw a house for sale sign on an old, ready-built house. And I remembered that Yuta's house was around here. I heard the land prices around here have gone up due to redevelopment. When I thought about how much of the money in my bank account was from this, I felt a little emotional. I knew my classmate was an idiot, but I also realized that the woman I thought about marrying was also an idiot. And I made a vow to myself to forget everything as soon as possible.
Thank you for watching all the way till the end. Don't forget to hit the like and subscribe buttons. See you next time!